So let's start this unit by talking about the zygote. This is a fertilized egg, and this is the stage from which all sexually reproducing multicellular organisms start their lives. What happens right after the zygote forms is called cleavage, when the zygote divides many times without changing size. So we start out here with it going from 1 cell to 2 cells to 4, etc., until we end up with many cells. There are several developmental stages once the zygote starts to divide. The first one we call a morula, which is a solid ball of cells. The second is the blastula, which is a hollow sphere of cells. And then finally we get the gastrula, which goes through a process called gastrulation, in which a hollow sphere of cells forms a tube through it, and that tube ends up being the digestive canal. So let's look at each of these in turn. First we start out with the zygote, and cleavage occurs, and then we get a morula, which is a solid ball of cells. We get more cleavage, and then we have a blastula, and then gastrulation occurs, and we end up with a gastrula. This is not actually in the gastrula stage yet. A cross-section of a gastrula would look like this. So there would be a hollow on the interior here, and then you would have another hollow in the middle, which turns into the digestive system. So the germ layers are actually different layers of tissue in a developing organism. The endoderm is on the very inside, the mesoderm is in the middle, and the ectoderm is on the outside. So remember, this in here is the digestive canal. The endoderm forms the alimentary canal. So this is the interior of what will be the digestive canal, and then this here forms the actual digestive system itself. The mesoderm forms the bones, the circulatory system, and the reproductive system. And then the ectoderm on the outside is what forms the skin and the nervous system. So make sure, in addition to these short lectures, that you're taking the practice questions so that you can test whether you're understanding the material and reading the supplementary text to make sure that you're filling in any of the blanks in your understanding.